Penguin Random House Audio presents Lucy Undying, a Dracula novel by Kirsten White. Read for you by Jeremy Carlisle Parker and Billy Fulford Brown, with Linda Jones, Nikki Endress, and Elizabeth Knowlton. Acknowledgements read by the author. For Trisha, whose patient enthusiasm gave me the confidence to know it was time, at last, for Lucy.
1. Salt Lake City, January 10th, 2025. Dracula. It starts the moment you look out the window. You don't see him through the glare of the night-dark glass. You just look. Safe inside, but flinging your soul outward. Your features transfer.
He's doing it or not. I can't feel guilty about it. He's in the nicest home money could buy, with the best staff, the best meals, and an upfront payment so large I can be assured he'll be safe and taken care of for the rest of his life. That's what we Goldenings do. Slap some money on the problem and move on. Dad, I say, Mom wasn't there last night. She's dead. She was beating a...
Along with my consciousness, somewhere close by, there was heat. I let out a cry as my teeth grew into sharp points with an aching pain close to pleasure. And then my teeth found the heat, and I lost myself to the sheer animal joy of satisfying a need. I still don't know who I killed. I'll never know. When I think about what I did that night, I can feel the space where I should carry guilt, but there's nothing there. I wasn't a person yet, or at least as much a person as I'm capable of being now. I was merely a school, a newborn once more. I sat on the ground, shivering in ecstasy, marveling as the heat of another life spread through my body. And
Good morning! You've already seen part of my getting ready, so I will show you. This is the Stoke coffee and cold brew in the super cute cup that Krista made for me. It has a little ghost, has a little jack-o'-lantern. It's adorable. I also did matching pajamas. These are just from Walmart. It's supposed to be really hot today, and I can tell you it's already pretty warm out because, well, there is a breeze, which is super nice. While I was trying to film this the first time, I saw, like, a worker, like, National Grid. I don't know if you have that where you are, but it's basically like your utility people where I live. There's just a guy in our yard. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And I like ran down and like had to track him down because he was walking away. And I was like, hi, I work from home. Is everything okay? And he was like, yeah, everything's fine. You're just checking your gas line. And I had forgotten the National Grid does gas and electric, and the gas meter is under my window. So I was like, oh, okay, bye. He said everything's fine. So I guess my gas line is fine. But I was just like, what is happening? So I had to like run downstairs in this with my Hocus Pocus slippers. And I'm sure I just looked bizarre because I was like, hello. Like I was like yelling through my hands, and I was like, oh, what a fun way to start the day. So that was after my prep because I was like, oh, I will like relax a little, start listening to Lucy Undying before work. And then that turned into, I just did it in my office. Like I just set everything up in my office because it's easier. And I was like, oh, I'll just hang out, get everything started for the day, load my stuff up. And then I saw the guy and ran downstairs. So my relaxation did not really super happen. I'm now 10 chapters in to Lucy Undying. If you don't know what this is, I don't really have a description. So I have to listen to it on Audible because my library didn't have it. I couldn't find it anywhere like easily. So I'm just listening to it on Audible. And what I can tell you is that there is a girl named Iris who has gone to London because her mother has died, and she is trying to get out of her mother's like business. And in an attempt to do that, she's sort of like trying to use these properties that she thinks she has full access to like get money, kind of, or like find things or money in those houses from what I can tell. She just didn't like her mom, and her mom does sound like she was involved in some kind of cult, but that's all I'm going to say on that. So we've met Iris, who is also very gay. We have met a woman who saved Iris from being hit by a cab, because Iris didn't read the look right because they drive on the opposite side of the road in England. We have also been introduced to Lucy Westenra in the, what year is it in there? I'm going to mess that up. I always do. From the period of time that Lucy Westenra existed in Dracula. And we are getting therapy sessions with someone who sounds like Lucy, but is older. So, like has an older tone of voice, my goodness. So what I'm getting is that we've met Iris, who's met Lucy, and then other things from Lucy as the story progresses. There is a lot of timeline jumping. We actually started in 2025. We've gone back to 2024, and we are now, like, we were set in the timeline of the Dracula novel by Bram Stoker, but chapter 11 says that it's set in 1980. So apparently Lucy's diary chapters are going to start going through time with us. I as a theory am very sure everything is all connected, but that's all I'm going to say. I am trying to go into this very positively, because I know some people have had issues with like the second half of the book, Some people have just kind of thought the book was okay. And I know that some people have different responses to primarily Kirsten White's adult books. So I know that some people didn't like Hyde. I didn't read the actual book for Hyde. I read the graphic novel. And I liked the graphic novel, but I feel like it was very condensed in comparison to what I've heard the book was. And I thought Mr. Magic was pretty good. I had some critiques of Mr. Magic, but I feel like I may have liked it a little bit more than other people, or at least like at a level of people who were like having an okay time with it. So I really like vampires. I like Dracula retellings. And I love a sapphic book. So I'm just like, I'm hoping that like this is the sweet spot for me, and that I really, really like it. So that's what we're going with. They do have different narrators, which is helping, and they are saying the person and the year and the location at the start of each chapter, which will hopefully be helpful because I have to listen to this during work. So we'll just see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be fine. And I will let you know when I'm at a stopping spot again, because work is about to start. So I paused it for a little bit. I'm gonna go get a coffee refill. That's actually why my computer was being weird, because I'm prepping it for the day. That's part of the light that you were getting. But yeah, so my day's gonna start. I guess it's good to know that my gas line is fine. I'm enjoying the book so far, though I do think it's interesting that, I mean, I guess she wouldn't have said her name, but like, I feel like I'm supposed to not realize that it's all Lucy, maybe? I don't know. Everyone is Lucy, is what I'm gonna say. My coffee's good. The book so far is enjoyable. I like Iris. We introduced another queer character who I don't think is going to be in it a ton, but it was very fun. So yeah, we shall see how this goes. It's just really long. Like, I'm listening to it, I think, on 2.5 times speed now. I had it on 2 times speed, but things still felt kind of slow. I may drop it down because, again, I'll be working and I may get distracted, so I may need it to be slower. But the book in 2 times speed was still like 9 hours. Like, it's an 18-hour audiobook, and I'm like, how big is this physical book? Like, I don't know if it's just like talking speed or because we're changing narrators. I don't know, but that seems so long for this book. I don't know. But yeah, I will let you know. This crosses off because I'm doing prompts without the board game. I've gone over this in other vlogs, but I'm just doing like a checklist from one of the prompt sheets. This is doing the Universal Monsters prompt because it is a traditional monster, it is a vampire, and it's tied to Dracula, so I thought Lucy Undying would be perfect. So this will start the vlog, and then we will go from there. So I will talk to you later when I have more Lucy Undying thoughts. I will not spoil it, I won't, but I will give you some more thoughts when I'm further in. So yeah, I will talk to you either at lunch or after work. I don't know, we'll see how the day goes. But yeah, talk to you later. Hi. Okay, I am showing you this because I just said that I think her journal jumps through time. It doesn't. It's a typo. So chapter 11 says 1980, but all the preceding journal chapters say, let me find it, 1890. And it's actually set in 1890. So there's somehow a typo in, I'm guessing, the chapter list for Audible. I wouldn't think there'd be a typo in the book, but it's, I mean, 8 and 9 are right next to each other. I've done that a few times. So tiny, tiny typo. But this is what I was talking about. There's a client transcript. We have Iris, and then we have the journal. But like, please note, the client transcript sounds exactly like Lucy, but older. And there's a voice in Iris's chapters that sounds exactly like the client transcript person. So again, I'm very sure everyone is Lucy, but I'm gonna go. I just need to tell you that I was wrong because there is a typo. So apparently the journal will only be set in 1890. I could be wrong, but so far only in 1890. So yes, I will talk to you more about the book later on, but I needed you to know that I was wrong because there's a typo right there. So yeah, talk to you later. Hello from little Dracula Tenderheart Bear. He's just really cute. I thought I would show him off. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm not wearing makeup right now because my one eye was bothering me and it actually feels okay today, so I'm giving it like a break, but I will be wearing makeup tomorrow. I am on chapter 49 of Lucy Undying, so I am enjoying it. It's just, it is interestingly set up. So I had explained to you that we're getting like different aspects of Lucy / Elle. So we are getting her diary entries / journal entries from when she was human. Then we're getting her psychiatrist transcripts from 2024 before she met Iris, where she's like relaying events from the point that she became a vampire in 1890 to, I'm assuming, the present, but we're not there yet. We're in World War II. And then the Iris chapters currently are set in 2024, and Iris has been like alluding to this like organization her mom runs or works. It's an MLM, has something to do with blood, and that's like what we've been getting. Iris and Lucy have been getting closer, but Lucy is going by Elle, but she's obviously Lucy. Like the narrator sounds very similar, and I mean Elle. So I'm just going with everyone is Lucy, who seems like their name starts with L and they're probably a vampire. So we've gotten to a point where it sounds like we're going to learn more about the MLM, but I'm kind of surprised that it took this long to get there. So not a complaint. I am enjoying learning about like what Lucy was doing as a vampire and like the lead up to her being a vampire, which is actually very, very sad. She definitely has had unrequited love and felt that unrequited love in a way where she was like, I will do anything for this person and it's fine if I'm unhappy, but I'll do anything for them, which is sad. Like, it's very sad because she's only 19. We get some info about characters from the book in relationship to her. So Mina, Lucy's 3 suitors, her mother, a little bit of Jonathan Harker, but not really because they don't really interact. And Dracula was introduced in the journal entries. So Dracula's been introduced there. Dracula was already mentioned in the psychiatrist transcripts. But Dracula hasn't really come up in the Iris sections, which since everything, I mean, kind of, so the first chapter is in 2025 and is a man's point of view for sure. And I'm very, very sure it's Dracula because I feel like Dracula is going to appear in the story, and because he has to in some capacity be involved, I'm guessing it has something to do with Iris, but that is a total guess. I don't really know. I'm just assuming, just because he has to come up in a certain, like at a certain point. I also cheated a little and read all of the, skimmed through really, all of the chapter titles because you can do that really quick on Audible. And he does appear and is listed next to some chapters, but it also looks like we'll be getting some interlude chapters about other characters who some have been mentioned, some have not. So it's just, it's interesting. It's interesting to listen to, but I don't know if I had been reading this physically, if it would work as well, because in the audiobook, it's different narrators and different tones of voice and like different stuff is going on. So it feels a little bit like, I almost want to say an audio drama more than a book, because we're getting different aspects of what is definitely one person's life, basically. And so that's really interesting. But again, because we're switching from, it kind of has like a rhythm. It'll be like journal entry, client transcript, Iris, journal entry, client transcript, Iris, about in that order, but I know that will change at a certain point because I looked at the title chapters. Chapter titles is how that should have been phrased. I have not had enough coffee. So there you go. But I am enjoying it. I do think it's interesting that I mean, it works for Iris because it's, Iris has found out some things about Lucy, and so if she thought Elle's name was Lucy, then I think it would creep her out. But I'm also like, I don't know how you haven't quite puzzled it together. Just like, because Elle says things about like something happening a long time ago, really living history, knowing all this stuff, and I'm like, you don't have any idea that she might be the undead? Just saying. But yeah, it is interesting. You're getting some of the like notable places from the Dracula book by Stoker, but it's like the current version of them. So I am enjoying getting those little, like, this is what happened to the place after the fact kind of stuff. So I am enjoying it. I am. Again, I'm not sure if I was physically reading it, if I would be enjoying it as much, but I can't really make that comparison because I don't know. I just feel like the book itself has to be very large. I haven't even seen it physically because I can't find it anywhere. So I don't know, but like it's a hefty audiobook even at 2.5 speed. I still have a little over 4 hours left, a little over 4 hours. I took a tiny break. This is my lunch break, but I took a tiny break to put on a couple of YouTube videos while I was at lunch, so I wasn't listening to it then. I'll probably get back to it, but I have some stuff going on today, so I won't be able to listen to it consistently. But yeah, I will let you know probably when I finish it, unless something like dramatic happens that I feel like I can allude to without spoiling. Again, like the stuff I'm telling you, I don't think is a spoiler. I think if you went into this book, you would figure it out pretty quickly. If you're doing the audiobook, you would for sure figure it out because all of Lucy is accented. Like Lucy has an accent and has a certain way of speaking. So perhaps it would be more of a surprise in the physical book, but it can't be in the audio because they have to do the audio to fit the character. So less of a surprise. So yes, but little Tenderheart guy is listening or like watching me listen to the book because he's cute and he's been in my office. I also have like a little Dracula Squishmallow chilling out. In general, they just sit in a chair full of, I just have stuff in a chair in my office. But yeah, so that's my update. Sorry, I have an itch. I think I already itched my back too. I think I have a bug bite, like a mosquito bite. Krista and I went for a walk yesterday and my back is like super itchy. I think I got bit by something, which is annoying. My pajamas are helping. It is not too hot in my office. It's also very breezy. Had my window open. But yeah, so I gotta go. Because I made sure to give myself time at the end of lunch to talk to y'all, but I do have to go back to work. So I will talk to you later, probably when I finish the book. This is really making me want to watch. It was on my list of things to watch before October was over, but Van Helsing and Bram Stoker's Dracula. I haven't watched Van Helsing in forever. That was one of my like comfort movies for a very, 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 very long time. I've seen it so many times. I love that movie. So sorry. Asthma is asthmaing. It's the fall weather. I love fall weather, but it sometimes makes my allergies act up, which makes my asthma act up, which is a fun time. So yeah, I'm gonna go though. I will update you when I have updates on Lucy Undying. Presumably just end thoughts at this point. But yes, I do have to go. So I will update you later. Hello. I probably look slightly like a sweaty mess, maybe. I had a meeting that ran long at work. Which is totally fine. We have a project and we had to like divide up responsibilities and all this stuff, and it just took a little bit. And then as soon as I got out of the meeting, even though technically it was like after work, I had a task I needed to finish. So I was like, okay, I'll finish this and then I can go. So I knocked that out. And then I told Krista that I would mow if it didn't rain. So I like did the quickest outs I could do possible, which was very tricky because our neighbor kept letting out their really annoying dog. He's just, I'm not getting into it. He's just an annoying dog who is very territorial, and they don't acknowledge that he's actually aggressive because he's little. But he is. He's not okay. He is, yeah. Anyway, so I did outs and then I like speed mowed our front yard. She did only the stuff in the fence, which is still pretty hefty amount, but our curtilage, the stuff by the street, we got that done like a week or so ago. Someone was mowing across the street on a sitting mower, that's not what they're called, riding mower. And he was like, oh, Christy gave him like a couple bucks and he was like, yeah, no problem. I can do your curtilage. And then our backyard, a lot of the grass is dead. So it's just the front yard. So I knocked that out as quick as I could, which made me really sweaty because I did it super fast. The fastest I've ever mowed that yard. It was pretty short, so that was a benefit. I didn't really listen to much more of Lucy Undying, a tiny bit. So I'm like 3 hours, 45 minutes left at 2.5 times speed. And, oh, my hand just shook, I'm sorry. I knew it was going to, I forgot to take this ring off. I'm gonna adjust you for a sec. And I gave myself a blood blister that I'm gonna have to deal with. It's my own fault. I forgot that I would have to hold the thing down, and I never get it on my ring finger, but I completely forgot. Chloe, it's okay. Our cat Goose just went into the kitchen, and now Chloe's like, no, Goose. She's fine. She just really wants Goose's attention. I promise I will be quick. But we finally learned that there is officially an MLM, which is in, like, the author has shared that there's an MLM, and I've seen it in reviews on Goodreads, so I really don't think it's a surprise. So I don't think that's a spoiler, saying there's an MLM in this. We learned about it a little. That's all I'm gonna tell you. We have gotten a couple of very sweet sapphic moments, which I appreciate. But yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying it. It feels a little slow, I will say. Like, I keep expecting more to be happening. And Chloe, don't bark at her. Don't. I know you want her attention, but don't. I said I would be quick. But yeah, it feels a little slow. Like, Chloe, come here. She's okay. You don't need to mess with her. Hi. Blah, 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 brain. Yeah, it just feels a little slow. I feel like I thought Mr. Magic was a little slow too, so it just might be like the build up. I think it also doesn't help that I know the book is exceptionally long, and I'm like, this just feels long. I am still enjoying it. I'm enjoying getting someone called the mysterious transcripts, and I'm just like, it literally can only be one person. But if they're physically reading it, I guess you wouldn't know that. But in the audiobook, it is very clear that the person doing, unless I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong and it's not Lucy doing all the things. Maybe not, maybe, but yeah. No, it has to be. Like, it just has to be. And it doesn't make sense that it wouldn't be. Like, there's only one person it could be. So yes, I'm enjoying it. I'll let you know when I finish it officially. I'm about to watch the seminal classic that I will show you in a moment. It's one of my favorite watch around Halloween time movies, and you can only watch it on DVD from what I can tell. I have not seen it on streaming anywhere ever, because it's a little old. I'm even surprised I could get it. Sorry, my hand is shaking from the mowing. I was actually surprised when I found it on DVD, because I used to only be able to watch it on an old VHS copy, which I actually have in my office. My parents said I could have it. I have nothing to play it on, but I have it. What else? Yes. Oh, and I need to get a snack. We're doing dinner when Krista gets back from court, but I am hungry, so I should probably grab something. I know I'm not looking at you, I'm sorry. I am opening this up. And I might read, I've seen this so many times, I normally do something else while I'm watching it. I think I'm going to start, you're gonna get like can I keep you here? I feel like it's gonna do that. Hold on, I'm reading on an iPad. I don't have a Kindle. We have an iPad. I'm gonna read Tastes Like Candy by Ivy Tholen. I feel like this has been suggested a few times, and I needed it for a prompt. Sorry, that was a horrible angle. I'm so sorry. My hand is not cooperating because of the mowing. But I needed something with carnival or clown, and this has a carnival. So that's what I'm going to be reading. There's a few others. I wanted to read Mallrats, and I haven't. But yeah. So I'm probably going to start this while I have the movie on, and after I eat something. So I have that, but now let's show you the movie. I'm gonna do it fast enough that we don't get a copyright strike, I hope. So let's see. You're still very close to my face. Behold some dogs. Chloe still pacing about Goose. This is Kira and Brune. Bruni is his full name, like the little fire spirit from Frozen. But pushing play. I'm gonna hope that I don't get a copyright strike. So I'm not letting too much of this play. See if it focuses. Let's see. Do we walk towards it? Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. There you go. I'm gonna stop it there. But I'm gonna go. That's what I'm gonna watch while I read a little bit of this, and then this I'll probably finish between today and tomorrow. And Lucy Undying I'll finish tomorrow because I'm gonna make sure I knock it out during work. But yeah, so I will talk to you later. Hello! I am filming in purple light because we're about to watch Agatha All Along, but I feel like we're gonna want to talk about this episode because I saw a teaser, and also we're drinking themed alcohol. So this is Witch's Brew for Agatha All Along. They drink red wine in the second episode?
We drink it for every episode.
Yeah, we drink this like every episode, but it's very in theme with the show. Krista and I are also wearing matching pajamas because we're adorable. And we have the girls up here because Bruni got himself in trouble before we came upstairs. So he is downstairs for the night. He's fine. He has a dog bed. He's very cozy. But yeah, so we're going to watch the new episode and we'll give you thoughts without spoilers, possibly at the end. If I forget, we'll do it tomorrow. But yes, so enjoy. Wife, dogs, wine, and prepare for thoughts on Agatha. Good morning. No, I don't have any makeup on. I decided just not putting it on this morning. Maybe. I mean, I'm gonna wear some this weekend. Also possibly tonight. We don't know. Sorry. It is pretty early. I am making coffee. I'm in new pajamas that have ghosts on them. These ones are long instead of a t-shirt one. But I thought I'd update you really quick on stuff I have read. I will say, did not get any further in Lucy Undying. That's going to be my work background noise / audiobook today. I did read, I think, up to 20% of Tastes Like Candy. Yes, about 20%. So our main character, oh my gosh, am I going to remember anyone's name? Apparently no. My brain, all I can remember is James, and James isn't the main character. So sorry. I'm a little tired. I should have checked all these things. But I will tell you the general setup. So our main character, whose poor name is escaping me, is like desperately waiting to hear back from the college she applied to. And something that happens, she's an incoming senior. So she's like waiting and waiting and waiting, hasn't gotten anything. Her friend James is like a programming wizard, and she's found out that she's already gotten into Texas A&M. And this thing that happens every year is that the outgoing seniors plan a scavenger hunt for the incoming seniors. So James and her main character, why can't I remember her name? I'm so sorry. Normally I even looked at it before I came down here, but I cannot remember. They are both invited to the scavenger hunt, and there's also a few other girls. One is like an influencer, and then someone makes a comic. There's a bunch of various things. But the idea is that normally they do it at the school. But this year, the outgoing seniors have planned it for this all year round Halloween amusement park that exists in Beldam, the town they live in. So they have to kind of break in and do something that is associated with their fears. So main character, this is really bothering me, but I'm really sorry. She has to steal a ticket for the Ferris wheel or something. Yeah, Ferris wheel, because she's afraid of heights. And I remember James has to get a ball, like a baseball, out of the dunk tank, and she's afraid of water, so she'll have to like get into the dunk tank to get it. So that's the setup, really. Something has occurred to tease that perhaps not everything is what it seems for this scavenger hunt, but that's all I really have for you so far. I am really enjoying it, and what's frustrating is I really like the main character, and it's bugging me that I can't remember her name. I do have I was watching YouTube while I did dishes, so one sec. I'm gonna look it up, and it'll bug me less. Tastes like candy. There it is. Violet. There we go. For some bizarre reason, I kept wanting to say like Vivian, which doesn't make any sense, but it would have a V, so that makes sense ish. So yes, Violet. So yes, she is very into the violin. She wants to go to college for music composition for movies, and it's very cool, but she just hasn't heard back, and she's like very upset about it because like everyone else is finding out they're getting into college. So yeah, and that's the only school she applied to. I think that's the only update I have for you. Oh, we watched Agatha All Along. It was such like a good episode, but also like an episode you really had to pay attention to because tiny spoiler, this is Lilia's trial, which if you've been watching the show, you kind of know because we have to get to that trial. What are you? I have a cat trying to climb into a box of like a water bottle container. But the episode was really, really good. It's a little timey-wimey is what I will say, but it was really, really good. Really enjoyed it. I then also pulled out my tarot deck after. Krista wanted me to film it, but I decided not to because she was like, you should read my cards, because the divination element was cards. So I did her cards, I did my cards, and my cards were humorously definitely about work. So that's a nice segue because I do actually have to finish making my coffee and get to work. You'll wind up seeing my coffee cup a little bit later. I'm using one of my favorites. It's massive. I need a lot of coffee. I'm really tired today. So yeah, but those are my updates. I'm really enjoying Tastes Like Candy. I think I'll finish that sometime before too long. I'm gonna be wildly busy for the rest of this week with work specifically, but I should have some downtime to read in the evenings or possibly over the weekend, so I should be able to get that one done. But this does mean I'll definitely finish Lucy Undying because I will need an audiobook on in the background to work as productively as I can. Are you like that? Do you need sound on? Literally there's a cat in a bag of water. Like I will show you. But are you someone who needs sound? I'm gonna move this camera while you're working, or you like can't work. Oh, he got out of it because I'm moving. Really? He does not want you to know his secret shame that he climbs into bags of water. Here, I'll show you. But yeah, so da-da-da. Yes, there's stuff that needs to go to recycling. One of these has stuff in it. You're just not gonna do it now? He was literally diving into this thing of water. Oh, I guess you could see my coffee cup now. I'm already moving you around. I am tired. This is the cup. It says vampire blood. It's huge. Actually, I'm gonna push that button. And it holds 20 ounces of coffee, which is nice. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I gotta get upstairs to work. I need to do dishes before work started. So, did that. Got this going. Yeah. But I'll update you when I finish Lucy Undying, which will probably be after work. And then I'll let you know from there, because I have that. I have another audiobook, and then I have Tastes Like Candy. But also, while you're watching Coffee Be Made, which I'm sure is kind of boring. Sorry. Can you tell I'm tired? Let's flip you again. Behold the coffee. Haha! That was not a good transition. Again, I'm tired. And I'm keeping this clip in, because it's just what it is. Brain. Hold on. Oh, I actually crossed off a prompt. That's what I was going to tell you. So the Witch's Brew matches Agatha all along. So I'm counting it as bring the booze, BOOS, which was match your drink to your, like, read, your watch, because it totally fits. So I actually get to cross that one off today. And so that, I think that means I'm going to be crossing off, like, all the prompts, like, before Halloween, which is awesome. But I have more books. So don't worry. There will be more Halloween-a-thon vlogs. It's a-happening. Aha! I'm going to show you these dang cats. Hold on. Look. I don't know why they do this. They do this all the time. And they're totally fine. But they do this all the time. I'm going to go. I'm going to go. You can tell I'm tired and all over the place. Cats, say goodbye to the people. The cats say goodbye. Okay, hi. I'm not done. Oh my goodness. So, I'm sorry I'm coughing so much. Again, my asthma is acting up this week. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just my asthma. So, I would say we're slightly farther than halfway through the book at this point. And they just did this, like, huge reveal, which I will not tell you about because I don't want to spoil it. But I will say, the reveal works with how everything has been set up. Though, based on a thing that they did prior to the reveal, I'm wondering why they didn't do this earlier. So, you remember how I said that they've been alternating between diary entries, client transcripts, and iris? Okay. So, at the beginning, this is like a teeny spoiler. At some point, someone has the journal and is reading the journal, but we've already been given elements of the journal. Like, the journal has already been read to us by Lucy herself. What's odd to me is right near this reveal, we have the character reacting to reading the journal. And I don't understand why we didn't hold off on starting the journal entries until the journal got into that character's hands. And I'm not quite sure why we didn't do that, because it would have worked. You would have had to delay the introduction of the journal a little, but we could have front-loaded Iris chapters. Like, done more with Iris to set up Iris as a character, then introduced Lucy via the diary, and then done the alternating thing again. Also, a little oddly, this, like, big reveal based on reading the journal and finding paperwork and doing all this stuff is presented as, like, a mini chapter in a chapter. And I'm slightly unsure as to why we couldn't have made it more conversational between the person who was doing the revealing and the person listening. Also, there's someone walking through leaves outside. Sorry, it's fall. There are lots of leaves. And it felt very, like, info dump, which was interesting. Like, it was just an odd, like, boom, this. When I was like, I don't understand why it's not slightly more conversational, especially because the big reveal of it's sort of. There's, like, a larger reveal about Lucy and everyone in Lucy's life in 1890. That I will say. But then there's a discussion of Dracula, which Lucy has already had a long time ago. So they have this, like, reaction to a Dracula fact. And I'm like, but Lucy already knows that. So I don't know why she reacted at that point and didn't react earlier. Or say, like, wait, no, that's something. Like, I wanted more interjection during the description, like the big reveal. And now I'm very sure we're leaving where we are now to go somewhere else, which is totally fine. I just feel like if you're going to have a character reacting to reading the journal, then the journal should have been introduced later, because now it doesn't quite work as well for me, because I'm like, oh, it made sense when it was just like alternating, but now we have a character who by reading the journal was introducing more journal information to us, and I'm like, but you didn't do that before, so why are you doing it now? You should have just waited, done a lot of Iris up front, had the journal appear, then start introducing the journal entries alongside the client transcripts, or even like start the client transcripts alongside Iris and then introduce the journal, because sorry, told you, asthma. The client transcripts start at a different point, so they don't need the journals to introduce them. They don't. So I'm like, why would you do that now? Why at this point would we alter how the journal works in the book? Sorry. The reveal is also interesting. I will grant this is definitely a big retelling. Not just that I know Dracula is going to show up later, and Dracula technically dies, if you didn't know, in Bram Stoker's Dracula. Not that that ever fits. Like, they typically are like, he died in that one, and there's like a billion official, like, unofficial. There's so many things where Dracula shows back up after that, and you're like, oh, he's not actually dead. So, like, that element has been done a number of times. Like, I'm not gonna fight ya on Dracula being back. Because admittedly, I don't think Dracula dies at the end, really. I mean, he does, quote unquote, but there's so many things that have been made where he doesn't, and I'm fine with that. The reveal is interesting. It casts a number of characters in a very interesting light. And I'm not going to fault Kirsten White for doing that. I do think it's interesting that I think this is just like a thing, but this almost feels like when you have your first queer crush, again, this is just like me talking based on my experience and no one else's. You will love that character, even if that character, you will love that character and want that character to be fantastic, amazing, wonderful, and you don't really care about everyone else. So that's what I'm getting from this. Like, this is sapphic in that Lucy is presented in a way that I would totally see someone who had a crush on that character being like, she is the best. Like, I freaking love her. Like, everyone else is garbage. Lucy is my girl forever. Though also they've set something up so that Lucy ultimately is going to get something she's always wanted. Kind of, sort of. You'll see if you read the book. So yeah. It's like a weird, not tonal shift, but like presentation and material shift at this point, and I just needed to talk about it for a sec. Yes. And also, I have totally done this, where I've been like, everyone else is garbage, and I love this character. So yeah, I can't say that I haven't. But also, I had a crush on that character. So, yeah. Like, yeah, also this I don't know if it's really a crush. Like, the Interview with the Vampire, if you watch it, and if you read the book, I was obsessed with Lestat. Didn't care about anyone else. Like, I was like, whatever. He's way cooler than Louis. Louis is a whiny jerk. Not in the TV show. I actually like everyone in the TV show. But when I read the book, I was like, I preferred the books about Lestat. Just because Lestat is cool. I'm trying to think. This also, like, I know this has happened with female characters. Like, I will obsess over that female character, and I don't care what else is happening in anything else that's going on. Did not have that happen with any Dracula retellings that I can think of. Oh, I can't, this kind of works. So for the Underworld franchise, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I keep coughing. I love Kate Beckinsale's character in those movies. I don't care about anyone else in those movies. She's just great. I even saw the fourth one alone in a movie theater because it was the fourth one in a franchise and no one I knew wanted to see it. And I was like, I have to see it. I must. And yeah, that's totally not because the plot is incredible, which is what I told people. I was like, I just need to know how the franchise ends. I wasn't out yet. So, you know. And then there's some things you like think back on and you realize were like clear signs that you were definitely into women. Just throwing that out there in case you have never thought about that and you've watched a terrible movie solely because the female lead is incredible. But anyway, I'm going to go. I just need to talk that through because it was odd to me that the journal was suddenly being presented via a character as opposed to on its own. And I don't like the info dump. I don't know why that wasn't presented slightly differently. It kind of felt a little like you walk in and suddenly there was a giant murder board with like red strings and the person was like, I have to tell you this right now before I forget. Which I have done to people, but not with a murder board. I haven't done that. I have walked up to someone and been like, wait, I will forget. But I need to go. I have stuff to do. I just need to talk about that for a sec. So I don't know where this is going. Well, I actually do. I know where the story is going. We're going to a different continent. But that's all I'm going to say. I gotta go. Got stuff to do. Just need to talk about that. I will talk to you later. Hello. I'm still not done. Very quickly. Chapter 70 is very sweet. Little odd. It's a client transcript. We actually hear in the audiobook Vanessa, the therapist, psychiatrist, whatever, voice. And the chapter is designed to be like Lucy is a trans ally, which is lovely, but was very unexpected. I approve, but it was presented in like such a random way. Cute, very interlude-y. Also in the audiobook, it's a little strange because there are multiple voice actors, but what's strange is in the actual book, it must list things because there's not sounds. But the other audiobooks I've listened to, in the audiobook, if it says like laughter, whisper, blah, 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 they just do it as opposed to reading it. And in this one, they like read it and it was weird. So they were like, a scuffle occurs, there is a scream, or like scream, scuffle sounds, laughing, whispering. And I was like, what? Couldn't they have just done that? But I mean, there's different requirements. It was just odd. I love that Lucy is a trans ally. I love that's in the book. I'm very proud. I adore it. It's wonderful. I just was like, what? Like, it just sort of happened. Like, a little bit like the description of, like, events that were presented, where I was like, this is just, like, so dropped. Like, no build-up, nothing, just a boom. Also, the client transcripts now remind me of Interview with the Vampire. Just throwing that out there. But I was just like, this is lovely. I love that you've put this in the book. This is wonderful. But I was like, this feels a little random. Still, highly approve. Just a little random. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I just needed to talk to someone about it because I was like, what? This is great. But also, what? Just a little random. That has to be the last client transcript. Admittedly, I think. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I have things to do. I just need to talk to someone about it. Okay, bye. Hello. We are in my bedroom again. It is the end of my lunch break, right at the end. But I finished Lucy Undying. It does drag a little for me once we get there's a point where I can't say the story becomes epistolary because it technically already was with the journal entries and stuff, but it becomes more epistolary. Like, there are letters happening. And when the letters start happening, we also get more of Dracula's point of view, but like, Dracula is talking about Iris, but you are Iris. So like, it literally says looking at you, like at you. And I'm like, okay, this is fine, but also I don't really need it. The Dracula sections are not my favorite. It really just feels like a stand-in for sort of like like the oppression of the patriarchy. He's the patriarchy. Dracula is the patriarchy in this book. It's not really a spoiler. He's the only dude that's really discussed besides like Mina's suitors, or Lucy's suitors, who exist in the book Dracula by Bram Stoker. But Dracula is really just presented as this like very, like, if you didn't know it was Dracula, I feel like you would assume it was like any white man of privilege, really. It doesn't feel super needed. Like, if we wanted to give Dracula's point of view, that's totally fine. I just feel like maybe we could have kept it to like a chapter near the end. We're kind of tying everything up just to give like his thoughts on everything that's unfolded with him throughout the story, kind of. But yeah, I didn't super like his. And then we did another info dump thing where it actually was its own chapter this time, but it was just like the thing, like a bunch of description with no interruption, and then the story continued. And I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, I would like it to more organically like exist in the story, I guess. That's just me. I did enjoy it. I enjoy the idea of taking characters from Dracula and rewriting them using your own sort of literary lens. I did listen to most of the acknowledgements, and Kirsten White does say that she loved Lucy when she read Dracula, and that she sort of created this theory in her head, and then took that theory and put it into this book, which is totally fine. You can embrace literature however you want. You can examine literature however you want. You can make your own ideas about literature. That is totally fine. And then using that, because this Dracula is in the public domain, and then using that to write a book is great. That's wonderful. I just think like some of this could have been edited out or altered in a way. I still think that because the journal aspect switches a little after the halfway point to us experiencing it while someone is reading it, I think it should have done more of Iris up front with like those transcripts to like break up some stuff if you wanted. I also feel like, this is gonna sound a little mean, but near the end, Iris is a little dumb. So it's not her fault. Iris takes a bit to figure out who Elle is. And I was like, but really? Like, I was like, bad. Really? So I feel like that was a little odd. I do appreciate the explanations for some things in the book. I appreciate the like taking of a classic and sort of using your thoughts on it to create something new. I did like that. I love the fact that there's sapphic elements. I kind of wish ultimately that our big bad had been a certain character or more two characters working together in a more direct way than it was. I totally understand wanting a villain and needing a villain, but you already really have a villain, and then there's like an offshoot villain, and I feel like either combining the two of them so they're working more directly with each other, or maybe boiling it down a little bit differently. I don't know. I personally would have liked it if the whole focus had been on one villain and it was not exactly the person that it was. And I don't want to say anything else. I just like, I feel like it could have been handled a little bit differently. But again, the idea that Kirsten White was going with is actually like, it wouldn't have worked the way I wanted it to. I just personally would have preferred the ending to be handled a little differently. I do like the ultimate ending. It's cute. But also like, I think we could change it a little bit, just a touch. Cause like, this almost in theory leaves itself open to a sequel, which is interesting because I don't think that's happening. So I'm just like, I feel like we could have like epilogued it. It is a romance. A lot of romances have epilogues. So I feel like there could be like an epilogue. There are some gross deaths and things. But really this almost doesn't feel like horror to me. It feels very much more like sapphic romance with some eerie vampire things in. Paranormal romance. It's a paranormal romance. That's what it is. Because if we've been watching True Blood, but if the Sookie Stackhouse books can be considered a paranormal romance, this is paranormal romance and not horror. So I'm gonna say this is paranormal romance. And that would probably explain some of my critiques would hold regardless. But I enjoyed it. I do not star rate books, so I will say I enjoyed it. I think the audiobook is the way to go if you're going to consume this. I would recommend it over physical. I feel like physical, you're gonna get bogged down in different points of view, or I just feel like the audiobook is an easier way to consume it, and it also has voices. Now, I for sure recognized, I think, every single voice in the audiobook, and one of them has done a book I listened to where she had to do an American accent, and her American accent always sounds like the same person. So I was like, wait, I know you. I know you. Did I look up their names? No, I don't remember. They said it at the start and I don't have the iPad. But I feel like if you've listened to some other romancy, I'm gonna say romancy ones because I recognized her from a romance one. You may have heard these people before. So I will recommend it if you want like a vampire story. And if you want a sapphic vampire story, I will say that. I just think it is a bit too long and the audiobook is the best way to consume it. I really think that. I feel like if I'd been reading this physically, I would have gotten slumpy near the midway point because I was feeling it a little even with the audiobook, but I think the audiobook helps. So again, I liked it. I actually probably liked Mr. Magic more than this, but I did enjoy it. I really wish we'd spent more time with the MLM though. I love an MLM book and I just like, I just love MLMs and cults and like things like that. Don't ask me why. But I really wish we'd been like meat and potatoes in the MLM for a tiny bit. Just like a little bit longer. Because I feel like we didn't really get into it. Like there was one section that was like a random person in their backstory and it contained the MLM stuff. And I was like, but why couldn't I get more of this? Why couldn't we talk about this more? Why couldn't Iris have like explained things a lot more? Because I would have loved it. I love like hearing about how MLMs work. Especially this one. Like I would have been so curious. But yeah, but I have to go because my lunch break is going to be over. But I just wanted to share my thoughts. I'm going to take a little bit of a reading break. So, well, one, I have work, but I'm not starting my next audiobook yet because I kind of want to try and read some of Tastes Like Candy later, after work. So I'm going to take a little break, read a little after work physically / on the iPad. And then tomorrow I'll start my final book for this vlog. We have some fun Halloween stuff happening this weekend, so you're obviously going to get that. And then I will post this whenever I finish this up. So I don't know how long this one is going to be because I have other books, but they don't fit. Like they're not going to go with a prompt now, but I still want to read them. So that's happening. Anyway, I'm going to go. I will update you on what we're doing this evening because I am no longer going to anything tonight. Krista does have like a work event she has to go to very briefly, or however briefly that is. I've had a headache like all day. So I was like, we thought it was canceled. And then she was like, no, it's actually happening. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, I don't feel great. Like I'm working because I need to work. But I was just like, I don't know that I want to go to like a loud location, like a restaurant bar kind of thing. She's like, no, I'll go. You should stay home then. So I'm not going. I want to feel good for the weekend because we have this really fun thing happening. So yeah, so that's the plan. She's going. Also, I'm wheezing, which is not great. I heard it in my chest. I don't think the camera picked it up, but like there was a sound, which is not great. I should probably use my inhaler. But yeah, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stay in my pajamas all day. When she gets home, we're gonna watch movies, which is exciting. I think we're gonna do a Halloween-Town marathon, which is extra exciting because I haven't watched them that yet this season. We watched 3. We watch 1, 2, and 3. We do not watch 4. 4 doesn't exist, even though I said it does. It doesn't. Don't watch 4. So yeah, so Halloween-Town later tonight, I think. Yeah, so we'll see. But I really do have to go. I'm rambling now. But yeah, I'll show you stuff that happens tonight. Share reading thoughts if I get to reading Tastes Like Candy. Yeah, so I will go do stuff and be back.
Leave Halloween-Town. Grandma decided to leave her comfy house there and live with our family in the mortal world.
This is Bundle.
Recorded Books presents Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley, narrated by Justice Bolding. Chapter 1. I have really outfucked myself this time. I mean, I know I'm already a champion screw up, but if you were waiting for my gold medal moment, well, this is it.
Current. Daylight glares from the golden leaves, which means I'm missing a lot of time. Because the last thing I remember is the sweaty crush of kids crammed into the club where I was waiting for my ex-boyfriend's band to get on stage. Now, I'm here. Crawling out of the river, hair tangled with leaves, cold water pouring from my mouth. My hands find a tree root and I wrap my muddy fingers around it. Stones along the bank scrape my legs, catching my frayed tights as I haul myself out of the churning cold. With chattering teeth and shivering limbs, I squirm until I'm sitting up against a tree.
See the same forest. It's dark and I'm running from something. Someone. I open my eyes and gasp, choking on something caught in my throat. I dig my fingers into my mouth and scrape muggy pine needles and twigs from my tongue. What the fuck? I stare at the woodsy detritus slicking my fingers and gnaw on the remnants still stuck between my teeth. My mind is sloshy, and my body feels as if it's made from the same stuff I just coughed up, needly and waterlogged. I wipe my fingers on my tights and look around again, blinking.
Good morning. It is actually chilly, so I'm wearing my spiderweb sweatsuit. And the fun thing that I started that you would have seen is Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. So I am not going to give you a full description because I am... Sorry, my head's gonna get cut off a little. 12 of... I'm gonna say I'm like a third through the book. And we've just gotten to a reveal for our main character that is actually in the synopsis. So what I'm going to say is Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch is very Jennifer's Body. Like Jennifer's Body, but... Oh, my camera is dying. Oh gosh. But if Jennifer found other people who had been attacked by the band. So I'm really enjoying it. Annie Lane is our main character. She's very fun. I'm gonna have to go very quick. It's started my lunch break anyway. So Annie Lane is our main character. She wakes up, she's horrified, she doesn't know what happened to her. Then like weirder things are happening. She has no idea where her best friend is, and it is a wild time. I'll tell you more when my camera is charged, but I'm really enjoying it. Audiobook is great. It was the only way I could get it quickly. So yeah, super enjoying it. I will talk to you later when I have a charged battery and it's not yelling at me. Hello, it is after work. My phone is as charged as it's gonna be, but that's not what I'm filming on, my goodness. My camera is actually charged. So I have finished Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch. It was very good. It did, okay, so when I heard it described, it was that it was like Jennifer's Body. And I will say there's a lot of Jennifer's Body in there, but in this case, Annie Lane is in that Jennifer type setup, but only in that you're following her and she wakes up and she's basically like covered in mud and blood and has no idea what happened to her. And she's like, this has to have been my horrible ex-boyfriend who's in a band. So that's the like Jennifer's Body aspect. It is her trying to figure out what happened to her. And then this is in the description, but she is dead. So Annie Lane is back from the dead and then trying to get vengeance for what happened. Now, something that doesn't really come up in the description, and I am going to mention it, is it's not just vengeance. She's also trying to figure out where her best friend is, which feeds into that Jennifer's Body-esque storyline. But this would be like if Jennifer, because Jennifer tries to find Needy in the start of that movie, and this also has Annie Lane trying to find her friend Moira, I think. I think it's Moira. I may be saying that wrong. Again, it was an audiobook and I can't look at text. So she knows something happened and she like has no idea what happened. She was in a fight with her friend and she's like, I need to find her, I need to talk to her, but she can't figure out where she is. And the other issue is that like everyone keeps saying a ton of stuff happened, but she doesn't remember anything. She's like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why you're saying all these things happened. And then she's like trying to find her friend. She's trying to find her ex. She's trying to figure out all this stuff that's happened to her. And she's also met all these new people who are acting super weird. So it's a lot of Annie doesn't know what's going on. And then once Annie does start figuring things out, you realize that some things Annie has mentioned are all kind of tying in together. And I will say for a hunk of the book, you're just following Annie. And this is why the description threw me off. Annie doesn't know she's dead. So the description of the book is Annie Lane died. And like Annie, I think really it's just that Annie is kind of in like, it is shock really. But when you're first introduced, she doesn't understand. So I will say Jennifer Check also dies in Jennifer's Body and then like comes back. So it's in that vein sort of. So she is dead. You'll see. It was very, very good. If you like Jennifer's Body, I would highly recommend. Really, if you like any sort of like good for her, but our main character is not like the perfect person. She actually has a lot of issues going on at home. There's a lot of deeper character development to her where like people are assuming the worst because of who she is. And she's like, that shouldn't matter. Like horrible, like something happened. So there's a lot of that. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very well done. The ending is creepy. It's all just like it's a very good Halloween book too, because there is a Halloween like fair, carnival, not carnival, it's like a parade, but like Halloween stuff is happening and part of it does take place on Halloween. So I highly recommend. It was really good. It was just a fun time. I really enjoyed it and the narrator was very good. So that took out Cemetery Man, I think. Hold on. Cemetery Man, Graveyard, or Tombstone, because the cover of this is Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch written in lipstick on a tombstone. So that's that one, which means I only have one left. And the last one I have left is Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Clown or Carnival, and that's Tastes Like Candy. I'm 25% into that book. I do think I might be reading some tonight and tomorrow. So Krista didn't sleep super well last night. We watched all of the Halloween-Town movies. Sorry, I totally just burped. I've had a lot of Mountain Dew. That had nothing to do with it. She just like wasn't sleeping very well. So we watched those, and then we stayed up and watched a little bit of True Blood. But I have a feeling she's gonna be pretty tired tonight. And so I already was like, we should probably just watch like one movie tonight. And then if we go to bed early, I'll read if I don't also fall asleep. And then and then she also works tomorrow, so I will have time to read while she's at work, and it's a pretty short book, so I think I can knock it out. Now again, if I do finish these, I have other books. I have other things to watch, to read, that you're going to get, because Sunday we're doing a really fun thing, and I'm definitely filming it, and you will see why it's going to be so fun. And then I have the Hitchcock Hotel, which wouldn't fit a prompt, but I have it. And I also hopefully will have a book coming from the library, maybe. I don't know. I might not be getting that till November, which is fine. But I have a ton of other like Kindle books that I could read. But watching all the Halloween-Town movies was super fun, so that was great. Tonight, I think we're gonna watch Practical Magic, and I'm gonna try and make a cocktail. So I will show you that if I make it. I think I am. And then we're gonna watch some other like, we're gonna watch Dr. Odyssey, because it's Halloween week. That's the theme for the episode. And then Grey's, because Krista watches Grey's. So yeah. It'll be a fun night, but the book is really good. I highly recommend. I got it from Audible. I think you can get it on Amazon. I believe you can purchase it in physical bookstores and also in like Salem, Massachusetts. A few places have it. But I'm gonna go. Just want to give you a quick update. I have stuff I gotta do. So I will show you cocktails later. That's probably the last thing you'll see for tonight, but I'll show you the cocktails, let you know if I read anything. But yeah, but I gotta go. So I will update you when I have fun updates to give you. Hello, I'm going to attempt to make a cocktail. I told you this was going to happen. We're about to watch Dr. Odyssey, which is Halloween week themed. So yes, so I have Moscato d'Asti. The kind doesn't super matter. This was our favorite wine, but this is a new, what is it called? Not brewing, that's beer and coffee. Vintage. So we really like the 2021, and this is the 2022, and it tastes different. So we're gonna do this. Just pouring it into a cup. Behold. Oh, my wife's here. Ah! She's behind me, everyone. All right, that's about even. Okay. And then I looked this up, and there are cocktails with vodka and champagne, and this is champagne-esque, right? Okay, so we have candy corn vodka from Beacon Skiff, 1911. Kind of the same thing. What are you doing? I can't pour this or move.
I have faith in you.
No, I really can't move. It's gonna hit the cups. Oh, good lord. Alright, we're using a random shot glass. That's probably enough. I don't know. I'm guessing this is just a random shot glass.
Could you stop scratching things that are not scratch things?
Alright, the drinks now have a slightly orangey tint. So this is it so far. And then instead of shaking it or stirring it, just adding more on top. Oh, you have more. Okay. All right. Now, live-ish taste test. There you go. I have no idea if this is gonna be good. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Huh. So you get the sweetness of our champagne, and then the finishing touch of the
Candy corn. Yeah.
Without the burning of the
Vodka.
esophagus.
Yeah. So it is actually good.
Maybe just a little bit more so I get a little stronger candy corn.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a
I'll do
scotch.
like a half shot.
Just a scotch.
Here. I wasn't sure how it would taste.
A little scoochy scooch.
I'll do a little bit more of mine.
That's it. That's no.
No, I'm gonna split it.
Okay.
All that.
Or that's good.
There we go.
Delicious. It tastes like candy corn. It tastes like candy corn champagne. The inventor of candy corn champagne, right here.
Hire me, 1911. I'll make festive cocktails using all of your alcohols. There we go. This is empty now. But there we go. I did it. I made us a cocktail.
Maybe we should put a little bit more in.
Do you want a little bit more?
Yeah. I like a strong candy corn flavor. I just don't like a vodka flavor.
Yeah. No, I don't taste vodka.
You don't taste vodka at all.
I'm splitting it again.
All right. Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's splashed. I'm making a mess in the kitchen. There's a lot of vodka on the counter. Really bad. It's fine. That's empty. That's probably good. Sorry, I'm cleaning vodka up now.
Hey, I got some directly on the rim.
Oh no!
It was all vodka.
Sorry.
So.
Did it. Beacon Skiff / 1911. Hire me. I'll make fall cocktails.
So before we added just the last bit that we just had, that was probably like the perfect sip. So now it's a little too much vodka, but we know for the future.
Yes.
Did you remember how much you put in before we put in that last little bit?
Yeah. It's like 2 shots.
Okay, so 2 shots.
Yes.
More than 2 shots.
This is, I think, a standard shot glass. It's
It
just
is.
a random shot glass that we had.
It's a little vodka-y.
It's not bad.
Mm-mm.
It's just stronger than I was going to make them.
No, it's just like I taste vodka now instead of candy corn.
Gotcha.
So the 2 shots was the perfect.
Okay.
And I shouldn't have messed with it.
That's okay. We have plenty. It's a very large bottle. But yeah, so we're going to watch Dr. Odyssey. And it's going to be Halloween themed. So I'll talk to you at some point later. Possibly tomorrow. Maybe tonight. I don't know. We'll see.
Look, I thought I ordered a pet fountain, but look. There's something else in the box.
Hold on. This is really cute. And she's going to move. Sorry for the angle. Just ignore the angle. The angle doesn't matter. Look, my kitchen, my cabinets. The goose. Hi, goose. She's just chilling in the box.
I like boxes and smelly shoes.
She does. Alright, we'll let you nap in your box.
And chicken.
Yes, you do love chicken.
She's like, oh, I know that word.
She does know that word. She eats specific chicken, and yesterday she ate half a chicken tender.
She ate the entire chicken.
It was the whole tender?
It was an entire
Oh no,
tender.
we gotta stop saying chicken. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah,
what?
she's what?
Where is it? Where is it?
You ate it yesterday, dude.
We gotta go. We're gonna go watch Dr. Odyssey. You could join. Right? Say bye to the people, Goose.
You bore me.
Okay. Bye, Goose. Bye, Soob. Hello. Super quick before we eat, because I'm very worried I'm gonna get Chipotle on my shirt. I'm wearing this very cute Mickey shirt. Little ghost. It's my early birthday present. My sister Mary found it. And then this very cute Mickey pumpkin cardigan that I got like 2 years ago. And I didn't really wear it last year, but it's really warm. It's really soft. It's very nice. Wore it while we ran some errands, but we're gonna eat now. But I just really, really wanted to show you the outfit. Also, everywhere is Christmas now. Just every store is Christmas. All the Halloween stuff at TJ Maxx was either at the checkout or on a little table at the front, and it was all marked for clearance. So it's Christmas everywhere. We also went to Kohl's because I actually needed to get a Christmas thing. So every year I do the Keurig advent calendar, and they're out and they don't get very many, so I wanted to get it before it sold out. So I was going there for that, but then the entire store was Christmas. So yeah, a lot of Christmas. I was not dressed for Christmas. It's too close to Halloween. What? It's Halloween-y time. Look at this outfit. Look at this Mickey being scared. He's scared of the ghosts and Christmas. Anyway, I gotta go eat. We also got potion macchiatos because things are really, really good. So we're going to have potion macchiatos from Dunkin' while we have Chipotle. But yes, I will talk to you later. Hello, I changed clothes. I can see you. Hello, we're making dinner. Though it is late. It's like 8 almost. Krista had to work.
Still is working.
Yes, she is actually still. But we had to run out and get stuff for Halloween, actually. So we needed a handful of like grocery things anyway, but we needed specific stuff for Halloween. So we got that, and we needed trick-or-treat candy, even though we're not handing it out. We're just leaving candy out because if people are continuously knocking on our door, it will drive the dogs up a wall. it'll be annoying for everyone. So we got candy. We got the stuff to make pizza tombstones. You'll see that when I vlog all of that. And pumpkin skulls, which again, I'll also show you in a different vlog. So we got those. What else do we? Oh, we got stuff for dinner tonight. And then just other assorted things. But I'm gonna have to have you move so I can grab it. Sorry. But Krista ordered a cider that I've been trying to get and no one has. 1911 candy corn cider by the makers of candy corn vodka. This is new this year. But the candy corn cider they had last year, and it's like my favorite cider of theirs. The Pride one is also good. So Krista signed us up for the 1911, what is it?
Exclusive membership club.
Exclusive membership club. So she ordered these Friday and they showed up today. And we got free shipping. Like, we didn't pay for shipping. So they free overnighted them, which is wild. But we got this, the Pride cider. I have to stir this pasta. The Pride cider, which is good. It's like a fruity cider. Then Krista got maple bourbon. And then sugar plum. Is that the other one?
I'm gonna get it out.
Yeah. So sugar plum is their like winter
exclusive member only one.
Yeah, and so this one's not readily available yet. So we have it because it's new. And we'll try it at some point. But tonight, thank you. It's very fancy. It says it's pretty sweet. It's probably good. But yeah, so candy corn is the one that I really wanted to get.
So it's plum, warm spices.
I'm opening this. Yes, keep talking, keep talking.
Oh, and then they say pour it in a sugar-rimmed glass over fresh cranberries.
Interesting. I don't know that I will do any of those things.
Right.
But this is really good. It weirdly doesn't taste as much like candy corn as the candy corn vodka, but it has like a really fun, festive-y flavor for Halloween. Like, I don't know. How would you describe candy corn? Because you're better at describing this one than me. I'm just like, oh, it's good, but it doesn't exactly taste like candy corn.
So the vodka tastes more like candy corn than the cider does. It's sweet.
Yeah.
And fizzy.
Yeah.
And it tastes candy, sugary-ish.
Yeah, like it kind of just
but
tastes
it's
like
actually on the lower scale of their
sweetness. Yeah.
So I tend to like sweet things and
no, it's a 6.
Oh no, it's a 6.
It just doesn't taste as sweet, which is weird.
I can't taste it right now because I'm on the clock.
Yes, she's working. She can't take a sip. But it, like, I want to say it tastes like it kind of tastes like candy corn, but it would taste like candy corn if it was in like a mix with something else. Like if you would put candy corn in with like, not chocolate exactly, but like, it's just not as strong.
I tasted it, so I can't.
Yeah, it just does not have a strong candy corn flavor, but it is good. It's like adult trick-or-treat night, kind of. Like if you wanted sweet but didn't want to like hurt your teeth, I would say this. It's good. Krista wants me to try it with a shot of vodka in it, but I'm not doing that tonight. Because I'm drinking another drink later, but I really wanted to have this because I've been looking for it for months. And I'm very excited. She ordered me a giant case of it. So I will be set for many months. I'll be drinking it all year round because that's who I am. I'm just Halloween all the time. But I gotta go keep an eye on food. So that was the update. I think it's everything. Every store is, again, full of Christmas. Even the grocery stores. So that was fun. In the little clip I did, I told them that all we saw was Christmas stuff. But I'm gonna go because YouTube's really loud and it's playing a commercial. So I will talk to you later when I have updates on my book. Hello, in the dark. We have Hocus Pocus. We have, I don't know if it'll focus or not. Oh, it's so sweaty because it's been sitting here for a little. Can you see this at all? No, you can't. Oh, wait, it's coming into focus kind of. So you can't really see it. It's Far From the Tree Pocus Binks cider. I really don't want to turn my light on. But yeah, you're not really going to be able to see it. I've shown this in another one. It might focus up a little. But it's a fig and sage cider that's like a very green. But it's Binks themed. So I'm going to drink it in this. The Hocus Pocus ciders were a tiny bit of a letdown. Krista didn't like any of them. And I thought they were fine, but a lot of them are very reminiscent of kombucha, which is super weird. So yeah, not my favorite, but we're going to watch Hocus Pocus because we have a thing happening tomorrow that's Hocus Pocus themed, and I will show you that tomorrow. But please enjoy. Very cute puppies sleeping. You can kind of see them in the dark. But yeah, we're going to watch that, and then we're probably going to head to bed because we're getting up early tomorrow. So talk to you later. Hello, we voted per Krista's sticker, and this is Bane. No, that's Binks. Bane is over here. So we bought a small dog costume of a bumblebee, and this is Binks. He's really unhappy about it, so he won't be in it for very long. But it fits him, so he's the size of a small dog.
Yep, and this is happening to him because he destroys a lot of things in this house.
Yeah, he has made off with a number of items and hidden them in various places. But Salem really wants to play with the little pom-pom ball thingies, so she keeps bopping him. Also, Kira is whining because she wants us to go into the living room. But I just thought I would tell you that we early voted, we took care of it, it's done, and we have a cat who is in a bee costume and hates it. We're taking it off. We will, because he has issues walking in it.
He has no issues walking.
Well, yeah, he is walking around. He's pretending that he's a loaf of bread while wearing it. And yes, the floor's a little dirty. I haven't swept. But yes, but I'll leave you with this bee, who will be unbeed before we leave to go to the thing I was talking about. Well, hinting about. But I need to make coffee. I need a donut. So I'll talk to you later. I might show you my cool coffee cup. Kira is still whining, but this is a hint about what we're doing today. Not the gremlin mug. He's adorable. But this is the hint. You'll see. Just showing you. Hints. Hello. Oh, it did kind of stay up. It just wants to fall down. Hi. Can you guess who I am? Can you guess who Krista is? We're going to Hocus Pocus cookie making, and most spirit of Hocus Pocus wins a prize or something. So we're dressed up. Krista is wearing Bing's hat from when we went to see Hocus Pocus, and the Loungefly sweater, which neither one of us has worn, but we bought last year. And then I tried to get my hair to do the thing. It's trying, but I couldn't find a hairdryer, so we're doing what we can. Then this I bought last year on super clearance when Spirit Halloween was closing. But we're gonna see if we can go in, because it starts in 20 minutes?
Oh, it starts in about 15.
Okay, yeah, so we're gonna head in. I'll try and film some stuff, but I'm sure there will be kids, so it'll be what it'll be filming wise. But I'll try and show you the cookies and stuff. You just might not get to see like participants, and I'm gonna make Krista take photos of us. / I will take photos of us because we look adorable. Anyway, we'll talk to you later when we have cookies in front of us.
Wow. Whoa. Good job.
Thank you. I'm adding music to all of these later.
Okay. Yeah, well, if you know, it's wherever it can just sit still and dry without anyone touching it.
Hello! You didn't get to see the whole thing. So this is me as Mary, and I can do this head tricks. But cookies is fun. Oh, it's so windy, you probably can't hear us. But cookies was fun, but some of the cookies got destroyed when we had to put them back on the tray to transport them. So they look cute, and you got to see them before there were some minor injuries. But we had fun, and now I'm gonna go change and take a shower. But again, head tricks.
I think you need a calming circle.
What is it? Mummy's scorpion pie! There's so many other things. But yeah, but I had fun and I got to wear this in public, which was great. It's very cozy. It's from Spirit Halloween, FYI. This is not like homemade. But yeah. Alright, we're gonna go get changed. Bye! Hello! I took a shower. There's a lot of hairspray. We're wearing matching, can you tell what they are? Yeah, ghost face pajamas. We're gonna have lunch, and I'm gonna show you lunch because we're doing a take on a Midwestern classic. So this may look like chili, but what this actually is chili with spaghetti under it. So I don't know if you can sing anymore. I'm gonna get a copyright strike I can't fix. I keep getting copyright strikes. But this is spaghetti with chili. So this is Hormel chili. And then cheddar cheese, but there's onions in the chili and then cheddar cheese on top. I forgot to get super fine cheddar because that's normally what they use at Skyline is like a super fine. And they normally put the onions raw, but we cook them into the chili. And then we have a giant bowl of oyster crackers, which sadly are just Price Chopper brand. I'm sure they taste slightly different than actual Skyline ones, but this is lunch. We're very hungry. We have not eaten like at all. We're gonna eat because I'm starving. All I've had today is a donut. We didn't even eat cookies at cookie making.
No.
So hungry. All right, we'll talk to you later. We have a fun thing planned. Bye. Ta-da! Okay, so we're about to watch Trick or Treat. We have all of our festive lights on. That will work. The pumpkin on the headless horseman back there we think needs a new battery. Krista and I are both freezing. We were very warm. We took a nap. And now we're super cold. But we are doing our annual watch Trick or Treat and play Pong. So we almost never use beer. I think we used beer once. It was awful. So we normally use cider, and so this year we're going to do 1911 candy corn. And this is, oh shoot, what company is this? Oh, who are you? Hold on, I'm trying to remember. It's Bombshell, but it's like, so it's caramel apple Bombshell. Is Bombshell to, we went there. Do you remember what the name of the brewing company is? Because they're a winery too.
Like Three Guys Winery or something like that?
Yeah. I was trying to see if it said Three Brothers Winery. Nice job. We've actually been there. And I did a cider tasting and Krista had to do a soda tasting because we were invited last minute to fill up space on a winery tour trip that these people planned that we met at trivia. And they're like, yeah, you guys will have your own room. It'll be super romantic and cute. Then they informed us that they didn't actually have a designated driver. They were just going to use a portable BAC and determine who had the lowest BAC, which meant Krista drove the entire weekend because she was like, that is insane. So yeah.
Always not driving with drunk drivers.
Yes. She's very cozy and eating life. And the girls are begging for life cereal. But yeah, so we've been there, but it wasn't really worth it because Krista couldn't really drink anything. I only did ciders. We would have done a whole thing together. Oh yeah, it was a horrible trip. But this will be very fun. So these are Pride cups that we bought but hadn't used yet. So I thought they would be fun. And then we'll fill up the 6 using these 2. And we'll watch Trick or Treat. In part, we watch Trick or Treat because Krista does not actually like this movie, even though one of her biggest crushes is in this movie. It's a little too creepy for her. So this is also to distract her from the movie while I watch the movie. And then I inevitably lose. So we'll let you know how it goes. But yeah, we're going to start the movie. We're going to get these all filled up. And yeah, we'll let you know who the victor is. It will probably be Krista, which means I will probably drink almost all 4 of these because inevitably I will lose. We'll update you on the results very soon. We're only 14 minutes and 25 seconds into this movie. It's gonna, there we go. Krista won by a lot. She took out all my cups in one round, except one.
I took out 5 cups in one round.
Yes,
in my
of
first
6.
round. Yes.
Yes.
Out of 6.
And then
last one took a while.
Yes, and then I only ever got 2 cups.
Correct.
So I've been drinking candy corn for most of the game. So that's the rest of the candy corn. That is a little bit of caramel apple. And then I filled this entire tumbler with candy apple I have to drink before the end of the evening. But I was not going to chug what is basically 4 ciders in one go. So yes, I lost. I should not be surprised. I lose every year.
Usually not this quick.
No, well normally we do more than 1 round.
Well, that's true.
So normally I am better the second round, but I still normally lose. But yeah, but I'm gonna drink cider. We have to clean up the table. There was some spillage, in part from Kira knocking into the table before we even started. She's pretending that didn't happen. So we have to clean it up because it's sticky. And then I'll be drinking cider for the entire rest of the evening. Perhaps Krista will drink a non-pong cider with me, maybe. Who knows? We tried one you liked. The maple bourbon?
Yeah, we had that with lunch.
Yes, we split one because I said I was going to lose and I could not drink an entire cider. And I gave her more than half, actually, because I was like, I'm going to lose. I'm just drinking a little. So yeah, so I'll be drinking cider for the foreseeable future. It's still early. We're not going to bed till 10. So I have, 5 hours to drink the rest of these? Hi.
Yeah, it was an epic first round.
It really was. Kira's like, what were we doing? Why didn't I get to play? She really wanted to play. She kept trying to get the balls. Oof, so much fizzy. All right, but we're gonna finish the movie. Chloe's saying hi. We're gonna clean up. So we're gonna watch the rest of this. Crazy, crazy kid. This kid is evil. Anyway, we're gonna go. But Krista won. It won't focus on her face. There we go. But she won. I knew she would. We're gonna go. At some point now we'll make dinner. We're having chicken meatballs.
Thank you, softball, for taking my knees, but making me a winner at pong.
Yes, this is true. Alrighty. I will talk to you later. I do have a book update, so I'll tell you that while I'm making dinner. Alright, bye for now. Good morning. It is right before work on Monday. My eye makeup is either very smudgy or non-existent. Just ignore it. It's totally fine. I just didn't want to do it this morning. I'm going to do it possibly before we go out tonight because we're running some errands. But anyway, I am here with a book update on Tastes Like Candy. So while I make coffee before work starts, and yes, I am talking a little fast, the story has gotten to the point where the girls are all at the scavenger hunt in the Poison Apple Halloween Carnival. Again, year-round carnival. I think that's the name. And now they're all being picked off one by one. So there is this villain-like character called the Licker that they recognize from the previous year as a scare actor. At least they think they do. And that person is attacking all of them, and it is terrifyingly wild. Like, it is so gory. I am really digging it though because the vibes are great for Halloween. Like, it's just such a good read for Halloween, and I am loving it. I really want to read the sequel, so I might squeeze that in, though I have to read Hitchcock Hotel before the 6th. So I might read that and then the next one. I might just read the next one. We'll see how I'm feeling because they're not super long. We've just been super busy. We've had a lot going on, like you saw. Last night, besides Trick or Treat, we watched Practical Magic. And then we went to bed and watched some True Blood because we're watching that. I have never seen it. I read most of the books. I don't think I ever read the last one. But we watched that and then head to bed. And now today I have work. Krista is off today, but I have work. And then after work, we're running like a handful of really quick errands. I want to see Spirit Halloween before it closes. So I'm just wearing this cute little black cat shirt with some black leggings. And then, yeah. This will be the last day of this vlog. I'm going to do a vlog of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so that I have something up that actually has Halloween in it. That'll probably go up on the 1st. This, I'm hoping to post probably before Halloween, maybe the 30th. We'll see. But I gotta go. I got work. I just made coffee. But I'm really liking Tastes Like Candy, and I want to read the sequel. So I will talk to you in a little bit. When I have thoughts on the end of the book, I'll try and read it during lunch because I have like 30% left, if that. So yeah, I will talk to you later. Hello, I have finished Tastes Like Candy. It was wild. I did already borrow the sequel, so I do have Tastes Like Candy 2, Sugarless, prepped to read after. I'm just so curious how that will work because it's set 5 years after, and I'm just like very, very interested. So yes, so I did read it. It was a wild time. If you like a slasher read, it is great. If you like social media elements, it's a delight. It was a wild, wild dang time. I really, really enjoyed it. It also means that I have finished, technically, Halloween-A-Thon 2024. So I have actually completed all the prompts I was doing. So I have read or watched 25 things that fit with the prompts that I chose. I don't know whose prompts I picked because I know I didn't pick the like official prompt list. So whoever did the Tombstone prompts, I completed all 25 of your prompts. I just don't remember, and I don't have the Google Drive saved on my phone anymore, so I don't remember at all. But I had a really, really fun time. But the Halloween fun is not over because I am going to vlog the last 3 days of October. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thursday being Halloween. And that will have some theme stuff. I'm going to do some reading. I need to read Hitchcock Hotel so I can get it back. And I really want to read Tastes Like Candy 2. So I have those two at least prepped for right now as things I want to read before October is over, if possible. And then we're going to be watching a bunch of stuff. So I've had a movie list that I've been going through. Some of these movies have counted, some of them haven't. But there's a bunch of movies that I still want to get to. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but there was like a little piece of paper on the gold when I was talking to you earlier. And it was actually I had to peel it off the shirt. I think it was like protective paper for when they were shipping the shirts. This is from way earlier this year. I got it, I think, in August. But it's super comfy, it's super cozy. It has a very cute black cat in a witchy hat. But yes, so I've enjoyed everything I've read, really. I am very intrigued to read the sequel, and normally I would like jump right into it, but I do really need to read that book. So yes, I'm having a wonderful time. I may see if there's some prompts floating around that other people have mentioned in vlogs, or if I can tie something in to Halloween-A-Thon. Technically, all the Instagram prompts, like there's a prompt list for the rest of the month, and it's Halloween like experience. So technically, I could just argue everything that I'm doing for the rest of the month is for the Instagram prompts, and I'm just doing Halloween experiences for the next 3 days. So this was a really fun time. I am very glad to have participated, though again, still going to be participating in some capacity for the last 3 days. We'll just figure out how that's going to work. But very, very much enjoying myself. Let's see, what did I read? I read things. I have my thing right here. Oh, I did match your drink to your watch, and I did that with Agatha all along, but then also with Hocus Pocus and that Bink cider. So I actually hit that one twice. What else? I read Taste Like Candy for Killer Clowns, because there was a carnival. Brain. What else did you read? Oh my gosh. I mean, I know. Lucy Undying took up a hunk of time, and Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch. Those were the things that I read. I forgot because 2 of those were audiobooks. So, yeah, but I've been having a blast. I look forward to doing more Halloween-y things in the next 3 days. I'm also doing some stuff tonight, but I may or may not film that. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of me, please subscribe. If you have book recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments below, because I'm up for reading basically anything. Slasher stuff is really fun to read, and I don't know a ton of them. I also feel like there's a series I want to read, but right now none of it is on Kindle Unlimited. Oh, what's it called? Cotton Candy Massacre. If you know if it sometimes is on Kindle Unlimited, that would be great, because I do want to read it. I swear it was on Kindle Unlimited like in September. So it feels like one of those books that they like pull for the season and then maybe put back, but I don't know. Again, if you like this video, all those things. Also, if you want to see more of me, I am on Instagram at ClefGoEverAfter. And keep your eyes peeled for more spooky season vibes. I will talk to you in the next vlog. Bye now, people.